Hello there, my name is Big City Mo and you're welcome to my channel. Big City Mo is a public speaker, a teacher and a lifestyle and tourism enthusiast. I'm proudly African. If this is your first time of seeing my video, please take time to go through my archives. I'm sure you'll find the one that actually appeals to your taste. On this channel, we'll try to glorify the content Africa, the lifestyles at home and abroad. We also portray the positiveness of the African continent and the people of this continent. However, on this channel today, we're going to look at why is Africa so important to the world. It is very important that African continent is very, very important. What are the reasons that make Africa Africa? What are the reasons why almost all part of the continent want to explore and see what is hidden in Africa? We'll start with the first one, natural resources. Africa has one of the most highest natural resources, is well endowed with all natural resources. We have 80% mineral resources, all the mineral resources in total of all the earth, 80% of it abounds in this continent. Is it an amazing? We have 8% of what? World gas. 8% of the total gas that exists on the planet earth exists here in this continent. That is an amazing prospect for this continent. It is actually amazing that with all these resources, things are still not balanced. Impoverishment and poverty still abound in this land for the fact that we have all these resources abound here. 12% of world oil, crude oil, abounds in this continent. That is 12% of the total oil of the world exists in Africa. That is amazing. Countries like Angola, Nigeria, Egypt has perfect blend of oil. And of course they have it in abundance. This continent also projects 40% of world gold. All the total gold that exists on planet Earth, 40% of it is in this continent. Isn't that amazing? Every part of this continent having an eye set or a flashlight on this continent. That's one of the reasons why Africa is equally important to the world. Before we round out on this first reason, 90% of world chromates and platinum abounds in this continent. 90%, almost 100. So the rest 10% is shared among the continent of the world. That is amazing. So in this continent, we have everything in place for Africa to be the best continent on planet Earth. With all this assessment and the statistics of these natural resources, all eyes is set on this continent. That's the first reason why Africa is very important to the world. They won't let us rest because of all these things. Secondly, we have population. Now, population is our strength in this continent. Africa will be 2 billion by the year 2030. That is an amazing fact. 2 billion people will be bettered or begetted for in this continent by the year 2030. Nigeria, as one of the African countries, will be 1 billion by the year 2100. That means Nigeria is practically going to be the largest black continent in the year 2100. And then Africa will be 2 billion by the year 2030. That is why Africa is a powerful mechanism in the synergy of nations. All eyes is set on this continent. You find the Indians and the Chinese, they have already taken position for economic growth, economic empowerment in this continent. They are fully represented in this continent, and that is why the economy is equally boosting. Our economy is vested on our population if the government of this continent actually knows what it wants, knows its onion, that the population of this continent is enough for us to skyrocket and take over the technological world. That's the second reason why Africa is very, very important to the world, the population. It is very important. Nigeria is currently over 200 million. You have Egypt already coming over 100 million population. Now, the strength of an economy that is fast growing, it depends on the ability for foreign direct investment to actually take its roots and push up the investment and the economy of such countries. That's second. Now, the third reason why Africa is important to the world is what? Is the fastest growing economies are in this continent. Over the years, you find countries that are not even on the ranking of global economy start coming up. Countries like Rwanda, amazing economic turnover, amazing economic growth that you marvel that this is not Rwanda that we know. Rwanda right now is the fastest growing economy Africa. You have Botswana, you have Namibia. These are countries that in like 10 years ago, people actually ruled them out, that they won't amount to be anything. But today, they are fast growing economy in this continent. You have Zambia, can name them a lot. These are economies that are just jumping up from nowhere. And then lastly, you have Ghana, that is already blowing up the market of the economy factions. Like 7 years ago, nobody actually believed that Ghana would come up from where it come from. Today, Ghana is apparently the fastest and actually best growing economy in this continent. So because of these few facts, Africa is very, very important to the world because of all this changing economy. Global economy actually look at these few countries that I've mentioned, that in the next 10 years, projection, economic growth, economic repositioning, development is going to capture the whole continent. And then looking at fastest growing economy, the African Union has actually come out with a plan to re-energize, to redevelop Africa in the year 2063, mapping out economic strategy to make sure Africa is positioned as the first position or poised for economic growth. Vision 2063 is one thing that the African Union is working towards to make sure that the continent actually emerge as top global economic giant. And then lastly, we have history. Now the history of Africa is so unique, is so symbolic to almost everybody from this continent. It is in this part of the continent that even we Africans don't like to study our history, but foreigners from other parts of the country actually come here to study Africa. Africa is an opportunity. Africa is an opportunity for the fact that everything you want abounds here. Foreigners study Africa. They have master's degree, they have doctorate degree, they do their researches in the history of these people. Who are these people? Multi-diverse cultural ethnicity, all manner of tribe and custom and tradition, projecting Africa in the light. You find an Africa anywhere, you know this is an Africa anywhere across the globe. So our history is our power. Our history is our strength. Everyone wants to know Africa. And as a matter of fact, the world will not survive. The world will not exist without Africa. Egypt is the cradle of civilization. Egypt is in Africa. That is where civilization comes from. Among all the deities, traditional religion, traditional beliefs, some of the traditional beliefs that we have, goddess, history, and the rest of it, trace history of human civilization to Africa. Custom and tradition traditionally says that a lot of development from history, ancient time, actually emanated from Africa. So our history is very, very important. Our history is our strength. Our history is the fact that the reason why a lot of the global activities will not neglect Africa. So these are the few reasons why Africa is very, very important to the world. Thank you for watching my channel. If this is your first time of seeing my channel, please do not forget to subscribe, share the video, and give us a thumbs up so that someone else can see this video. Let's celebrate Africa. This is the best that we have. This is the best we can do. Let's sell Africa. I'm proud to be African, and this is who I am. See you in the next video.